Indiana, Paul Crane, Jerry Glanville, DeMarco Farr, and Courtney George with you. We're at halftime of the Pioneer Football League Championship game where Valparaiso leads Morehead State 19-7. This is a game with two high-octane offenses, but one where defense dominated early. Morehead State moving the football, but a huge fumble from Jabbar McGee, picked up by James Riker, and he rumbles 78 yards for the touchdown.
Really recovered it in the air. It popped up in the air, and the next thing he knew, he had it in his chest, and he was gone.
David Mackey, after a tough first quarter, solid second quarter, the touchdown pass to Tom Schmidt. And then late in the game, the big comeback there, Morehead getting on the board. Chris Ginter with the touchdown catch.
They were beating cover two there. Safety couldn't get over, and there's a touchdown from up close.
Kenny Kyle, the tight end, in the closing seconds of the first half. Valpo Bay able to stretch its lead back out now to 19-7.
Yeah, don't forget the nice hat on the ball tackle that got the ball out there to allow them to score and pick up the fumble and rumble back there. Let's not forget the defense there, Coach.
But we've got 30 minutes of football left. Plenty more still ahead here on the Football Network, and we'll be back with the second half in just a moment.
Going down. Yes.
Oh, God.
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your deodorant is? Get Right Guard, the only one with a power stripe of extra protection. Right Guard, right to the end of the day.
The new Yahoo search. Faster, easier, bingo.
Yahoo!
Monday morning came too soon. It's entering my...
America is watching football, and football lives on TFN, the Football Network. From Pop Warner to fantasy, TFN is your coast-to-coast connection to everything on the gridiron. And with up-to-the-minute scores and highlights, TFN keeps you in the game. When enough is never enough. Exercise your football gland. This is TFN, the Football Network.
Spike TV presents Fantasy Football 2003. Count your blessings, my friend, because you've just discovered Fantasy Football 2003. Everything you need to totally dominate your league. Every Saturday morning at 9 on Spike TV.
Welcome back to Valparaiso, Indiana. Valpo leading Morehead State 19-7. We're just about ready to go with the start of the second half, and let's send it downstairs to Courtney George with Morehead State head coach Matt Ballard.
Thanks, Paul. And yes, I do have the man right here. Now, what did you tell your team in halftime? I'm guessing I probably would have wanted to be flying the wall of that conversation.
Yeah, the main thing was just to get our guys to relax and just and settle down. We're really pressing a lot offensively. Some key penalties and turnovers really hurt us. And then defensively, just, again, pressing too much. We gambled a little too much, and just told our guys just to settle down and relax, and let's just play the game.
All right, good luck in the second half. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Courtney, and thank you, Coach. Certainly Morehead State found itself trailing the last time they were here and were able to climb out of that hole and win the game during the regular season, but this is not the regular season.
No, this is not the regular season. He sold us before the game. All he wants to do is do what he does best, run the football. They haven't done a good job of that so far. They had a few breaks, but passing the ball, Collins just missed some open receivers. If they catches those ball, I think this might be a blowout right now.
Well, really, they'd probably be 21-19 if they catch the ones where they're wide open.
Not a very good kickoff for Valpo to start the second half. Andrew McCauley has struggled. He missed a couple of point afters, and he also a weak kickoff here, so the good field position. Look at first half stats. You can see that Morehead State was able to run at least pretty well for them. The difference in this one, clearly the turnovers. The two turnovers just killer.
And I think the 5 penalties hurt them also. They were down in there one time. You see right here, it got backed up. And Valpo doing a good job, only 2 penalties.
And at one point, Morehead State was dominating in terms of total yardage. That at halftime, 234, Morehead State 197 for Valparaiso. Obviously, Valpo been able to climb back into this in many ways. And Morehead starts the second half on the ground. Eli Parks, and he's not able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, talking to their coaching staff, they said that was the play they had to stop. They weren't any good on that last time they played. Did you see the tackle? Offensive tackle came out, made a cut block, but the pursuit got there. Big play.
You think they worked on that play in practice?
I think that's one thing they were featuring.
And there's Eli Parks, who in the first half had a lot of work on the ground. But you see, Caudle, those are not exactly David Caudle-like numbers. Morehead will want to get some bigger numbers from him in the second half, and he wants to throw. Has a man open, Neil Preston for the 20. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown on the second play of the second half. Morehead right back in it.
Deja vu.
You said Paul would have to. Paul's what he said. Caudle's got to do some of those numbers.
And he does. It's almost a carbon copy of the last time they played.
Yes.
This time it's Neil Preston with his first touchdown of the year, and it's a big one. As Caudle hits him, and no one hits Preston.
And we said there was no safety in the middle the whole game, so you got to run the skinny post or the post down through there.
And now they're going to go for two. Elliott Powell was the man on the coverage, and he slipped. And once he went down trying to make a tackle, no one was behind him, and Preston was off to the races.
That's the second time I've seen Powell slip on his coverage. The first time, Caudle overthrew him, missed a short touchdown. This time he connects with it. Touchdown.
Now, when you go for two, you can put the ball wherever you want it. They put it on the left hash. They put it all the way to one sideline, so they got all the field width is to the offensive right.
Caudle with Drew Driscoll behind him, but Caudle wants to throw. Rolls to the wide side of the field, then comes back in the middle, and he's got the two-point conversion. That's Eli Parks out of the backfield. And that makes it 19 to 15. We have a 4-point game.
Well, his dash, he was sprinting to the wide side. That's why they put the field on the boundary, and that gave him all that field to work with. When the sprint was over, he still had lots of room.
And nice catch by Eli Parks. Watch him turn all the way around for this this catch here in the end zone. Kind of throws it behind him. Nice adjustment. Turns around and catches it. Great catch, Eli Parks.
And just as Coach Ballard had told Courtney before the kickoff of the second half, they just need to settle down. It looks like he wasn't whistling Dixie on that.
Well, we said the first half, if really the quarterback, David Caudle, could have hit the guys that were open, this game would really be a little bit different. And this time, he hit the wide open guy. For some reason, they're playing a wide cover two with, talking about Valpo, with nobody in the middle, so someone's going to get hit down in the post.
I've heard the best coaching term I've ever heard is, winning isn't complicated, people complicated. If we can just settle down and do the things we need to do, we'll be in this game and we could possibly win it.
I like that. Who coached that?
Well, I don't want to say who told me that. That's a coaching term.
Well, which coach? Give me the coach.
I know. It was Dick Company is excluded.
It was Dick Vermeil.
Coach Vermeil told me
I knew it. I thought about 8 seconds, and I had the name.
Well, speaking of seconds, it's only taken 49 seconds for Morehead State to get back into this game. 19-15 now. Valpo's lead cut to 4.
Sky kick.
Kevin Grimaldi takes it at his 10.
Look out.
Now he's looking for room across the 20, and he has some at the 30. Grimaldi at the 40 and across midfield, towards brought down around the 43-yard line. Valpo with an answer on special teams as the Crusaders will have excellent field position.
Wow, what blocking. As we can see that up here, we're up high at about the 45-yard line, and they did a great job.
James Spencer Howell, the man who finally brings Grimaldi down, but special teams was something both coaches talked about last night, and special teams working from Valpo here.
Nice blocking, cut right back off. Blocked by number 3.
And Coach certainly liked the fact he turned it back inside instead of running out of bounds.
Oh, you don't get, you know.
I know you like that. David Mackey from the Morehead 43, up top looking for a home run.
Wow.
And we've got a nice catch.
Valpo.
And he hangs on by the fingertips.
Coming right back and going gunning.
He's been a little bit too quiet for this game. He had 3 receptions for not much yardage. We knew they'd find him this time. He's not really open when the ball's thrown, but the quarterback just has confidence. Watch the hands.
That's not bad coverage by Bird.
Bird on the coverage.
All over.
Right. Not too bad at all.
And you got to say this, Bird's played great the first half. Well, he's all over.
Great catch. Caught the end of the football there. Kind of a Jack Snow type catch.
Strong fingertips. Valpo trying to answer that Morehead touchdown. 1st and goal. This is Reed.
The big fella.
Hard to bring down, close to the goal line, but not quite in. It'll be 2nd and goal from very close.
That's 250 pounds heading up through there.
Leaning it forward. Just give it to him and let the big guy does what he does best. I like when he moves.
Let the big dog eat.
Let the big dog eat. Bring it in there. Send in the missile.
2nd and goal from the 1 now. Mackey again with Van Dolly and Reed behind him. In the I formation, Mackey on the sneak trying to push it in. Does he get the football over? He does. Touchdown.
It must have been close because he only gained about an inch there.
I tell you what, with his size, that is a true meaning of quarterback sneak.
Well, he gained an inch, but the football gained a yard.
There you go.
Reached it over.
Look like they're going for 2.
They might as well. That last extra point kick was a flat grounder. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, no, he's holding.
Well, they're not going for 2.
Craig Unger trying to pull him back from that touchdown.
Adam McCauley, who has missed 2 extra points in this game, missed 1 in the first meeting this year between these teams. This one is up and through.
And the crowd goes wild. They haven't seen an extra point all day. Look at the crowd. They're going crazy.
2 scores in less than 2 minutes.
That's the kind of thing we expected to see. 13 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter, and we've had those 2 scores. It's now Valpo 26, Morehead State 15, and we'll be back on the Football Network in a moment.
I got business all over the country.
Over the world.
Week to week, I know I'm going somewhere.
And there's nothing worse than flying a different airline.
Every time I'm in a different city.
I'm looking for one airline.
One airline.
Same airport.
Same check-in.
One frequent flyer program.
Same website for everything.
One airline.
Tons of cities.
Problem solved.
Next time you fly, get a lot more airline. American Airlines.
My name is Tommy.
And I fly American Airlines.
American.
My name is David Salazar. I fly American Airlines.
Look, there's a moose. Where? Over there. Oh, yeah. Look, over there. I see a fish. A fish with 2 stripes.
Spend time with kids anytime, and it helps prevent crime. It's that easy.
Can you pass the salt, Dad?
Salt is to pepper as gregarious is to...
Oh, no, not more SAT questions.
In ancient Rome, salt was a form of currency. True or false?
False?
True.
Son, can you locate sodium?
Or chloride?
There are tons of ways to help with your kids' learning. Find the really good ones on connectforkids.org.
You have 3.5 grams of salt and a 5-gram slug. What's the rate of shrivel?
Sportsmanship. It came down to 4th and 1. It was their offense versus our defense. I saw the ball go up, and I saw it hit the ground. All the Ohio State guys obviously started going crazy. Basically what I did with Dorsey is just went up, congratulated him, you know, wished him the best for the future. NCAA football, a lifetime of opportunity.
The fireworks have finally started here at Valparaiso, where the hometown Crusaders have pushed their lead back to 11, 26-15. Going back to the closing moments of the first half, guys, we have seen a huge flurry, 34 points in the last 5 minutes and 5 seconds of play.
Yeah, you see Morehead State getting right back on top, getting back into this game. And then offensive coordinator Stacy Adams coming right back and saying, hey, this is our game, our home. We're going to get back on top of you.
Jabari McGee on the return gets out close to the 30-yard line. So Morehead State will start from there. If you missed TFN's Fantasy Football 2003 on Spike TV, do not worry. Visit fantasysports.yahoo.com for Fantasy Football 2003 on streaming video.
Live streaming.
Coach and I, along with Danny Sheridan, this week it was our buddy DeMarco, tell you who to pick, who to play, who to park on the bench. fantasysports.yahoo.com, your online home for Fantasy Football 2003.
With live streaming.
And Coach Lowe, streaming video.
Pressure.
Now we got a ball from Caudle. Caudle dumps it off and finds Morrison, who will be thrown for a loss. A fine defensive pressure, then a fine tackle. Michael Schnorr with the tackle for loss after Bradford Riley provided the initial pressure.
I'm glad you said something about Bradford Riley. He runs about as far as he can run. He's chasing Big 98 off and running, had him by the shirt. And he was smart. He didn't slam him on the ground.
Eased him down.
He eased him down.
Caudle did a nice job avoiding the pressure, but perhaps completing the pass was a mistake because there's a loss of 6 on the play.
That doesn't go through the mind though when someone's hanging on you, pulling at you.
So 2nd and 16 now. From back at the 24-yard line. Caudle finds Morrison, hit at the 30, and all he's able to do is get back to the original line. And now we've got a little roughing call. Lawrence Canada, the initial hit.
I think Michael Baskin, the offensive guard, got down there and hit the tacklers.
Right in the back. A little bit of frustration there. I think he was the one that allowed the pressure last time. He left too early on the screen, so he's a bit frustrated.
Got downfield.
Came back and tried to make a big hit.
Who did he hit in the back?
Sahas.
He'll sleep good, won't he?
Oh, yeah.
Well, Sahas has been delivering enough blows of his own. He's got a good night's sleep ahead of him anyway.
After the play, personal foul.
Canada with the tackle.
Right in the back.
Personal foul.
Bang, right there.
There it is.
Those penalties offset.
47, Sahas,
Third down.
So this cannot be something that Matt Ballard is going to be happy about because Morehead coming out with the big touchdown to get things going here. Now another mistake.
A little bit of frustration there coming in.
Well, you want your offensive lineman to go down and help out, but you want it while the play is active.
And you don't like a 290-pounder like Baskin sneaking up behind you when you don't know he's coming.
That's true. 290 pounds, I don't think you can sneak up behind anybody.
No, you can't sneak at 290.
So it's 3rd and 9. The Valpo crowd has come to life. Morehead at its own 31-yard line. Caudle looking, avoids the blitz and throws to absolutely no one. Once again, the Crusader defense has done it.
There's that delayed zone blitz. They let Caudle drop back, and then they send somebody. They don't send him right away. They let him think that he's dropping in the zone, and then they bring him through.
And in the secondary, John Tahas, the guy that just got Sahas, the guy that just got hit in the back, runs a combination coverage. It's going to be off to this side, and he takes away what he wants to see. Looks right back for it, and look right in there. Sahas had the interception. They were playing in and out on the slant.
You know what they call Sahas? You know what his nickname is around the team? Chachi.
Chachi.
They call him Chachi.
Yeah. Does he date someone named Jonah?
I think so.
That brings Aaron Charles on to punt once again. Kevin Rivera was the man who...
High snap, it's in the end zone.
Look at that. Charles kicks it out of the end zone for the safety. Probably the smart thing to do at that point. The snap was high, but it appeared to have gone right through his hands. Charles had no choice. Tack on 2 more for Valpo.
Looked like he had some time.
That punter has been coached.
Yeah.
He's been coached that if you're in the end zone on a bad snap, you take the 2 points rather than give up 6.
That's right.
Because would he have been able to kick it off? Probably not. Had he just fallen on the football, it would have been great field position inside the 5 for Valpo to punch it in for 6, as coach suggested. So now we have a flag on the field. He kicked the ball.
It looked to me like he had time. Valpo had a return set up. They really weren't rushing the punter. And he had time to pick it up.
He's a punter. He had so much fear running through his veins. He says, kick the ball and nobody hits me.
And you know what the safety would do for Valparaiso? Make up for those 2 missed extra points.
There it is.
Oh, good point. That, you know what? You are an MIT grad.
I'm telling you.
New
Right
Hampshire,
away.
New Hampshire
Illegal
lost
kicking
you.
Right away you figured
on
that
the
out.
punting team. We will place the ball half the distance from the spot of the foul. Loss of down. First down,
But guess
Valparaiso.
what?
Wow.
An illegal kick.
I'm shocked.
And now Valpo will get the ball close to the goal line. 1st and goal from there, so it's even worse than a safety for Morehead State. Valparaiso has 1 yard to go for another touchdown.
I'd say the big man. You got your 250-pounder in there.
And there he is, 32, Nick Reed. He'll be the deep man in the I formation behind David Mackey. 1st and goal, 11:32 to go, 3rd quarter. Valparaiso on the quarterback sneak. Mackey pushing his way toward the goal line.
No signal yet. I think he's in.
It sure looked like he had enough of a surge to do it.
Nope, 2nd down.
The officials are saying no, so even closer than that will be Valpo for 2nd and goal.
Nick Reed pointing at the coach, pointing at himself. Give me the ball. I'm 250 pounds. Let me pound it up in there.
And we should say
Wow,
250 pounds listed.
Yeah, listed.
It looked like he got in on that play. Wow, it's down right. It's right there. I'd sneak it again.
If the sun comes out, the shadow will be in the end zone of that football. 10:57 and counting third quarter. Mackey again on the quarterback sneak, and this time he's in. Touchdown, Valparaiso.
And at first you don't sneak, sneak again.
Absolutely. What a nice interview we had with that youngster.
Yeah.
Mackey's a great person, great kid. He's got to go over Craig Unger.
6 touchdowns have now been scored in the last 7 minutes of football here. And Mackey with 2 touchdown passes and 2 touchdown runs in the game.
We asked him yesterday.
And we had 2 consecutive point afters for Valpo.
We're rocking now.
Valparaiso has stretched its lead to 33-15 over Morehead State in the Pioneer Football League Championship game on the Football Network.
TFN proudly presents the inaugural Division 1AA All-Star Classic. See the next generation of superstars December 30th at Lockhart Stadium, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and on TFN, the Football Network.
It's good to taste the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field together. It's good to throw a 5,000-mile post pattern together. It's good to make your entire league beg for mercy together. NFL Fever 2004, rated E for everyone. It's good to play together.
People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the end. People, let me tell you about him. It's so much fun, whether we're talking man to man.
You don't need to be bigger than life to be a good dad. You just need to spend time with your kids. It takes a man to be a dad.
Nothing stirs the emotions of a football fan like a big game. Across the years, there has been no bigger game than when the Florida Gators take the field against the Georgia Bulldogs. Welcome to one of college football's most enduring and intense rivalries. To order your DVD or VHS, call 1-800-206-7171 today.
All right, well, Valpo is still leading. Now they've scored 33 points. They're ahead in the third. This season, they broke a 53-year-long record for the most points scored. They actually scored 352 before that. It was in 1950 with 340 to 33 today, just adding to their success. Back to you guys.
Well, thank you very much, Courtney. We expected a lot of scoring in this game today, and after it had been a slow start for both of these offenses, things have really picked up by both teams. Morehead scoring its first touchdown very late in the second quarter, and then on its opening possession of the third quarter. But Valpo's had an answer for everything Morehead's thrown.
Well, we got to tell the people the reason that ball in at the 1, he illegally kicked the ball on the 2. If he would have kicked that ball in the end zone, then it would have been a safety.
It's a smart play. Jabari McGee gets another opportunity inside his 10.
Good block.
Out to the 20, runs into his own man, but he's across the 30 to the 35 and a little more before being brought down by Jeffrey Vilk. And decent field position for the Eagles. We're still less than 5 minutes into the third quarter.
This third quarter.
It's been action-packed, 33-15 Valparaiso leading Morehead State, but the Eagles certainly have big playability and are not out of this yet.
I'd say they're in every game at all times with the way they can throw deep.
Morrison, the man in motion, fakes the pitch. Caudle up top to Eli Parks. Nice catch on the run up over his head. Inside the 30-yard line, big play from Morehead. Kevin Shackle on the tackle.
Hey, David ran the fake toss sweep, pull her down in the other wing back. This one's in motion. He's going to fake toss sweep there.
Pulls that safety up.
Wow. They had to stop the toss sweep on the, talking about the Valpo, so they attacked it, and there's the post wide open.
And a nice catch by Parks to pull it down and continue running.
And there's your adjustment right there. How they've been stopping the toss sweep is bringing the safety up. Now you run the receiver right by him, throw the play action pass.
First and 10 from the 31. Morrison with a hole. Almost down to the 20, shy of the 20, about the 21-yard line, nearly a 10-yard pickup. Kevin Shackle again on the tackle.
Nice play by Michael Schnorr. He got there late and he dove over. He was very careful not to get the penalty. Michael Schnorr, he's not asleep now.
After that hit in the back to Sajas, he's not in the game for Valpo, and Morehead State's going at his replacement. We called Kevin Shackle's name a couple of times. Shackle in because Sajas is out.
Well, guess who's back in the game? Sajas.
they heard you. Put
we need you to get healthy, and we need you healthy now.
Forget about that back.
Parks the man in motion. Caudle from the shotgun wants to run, and he won't get the chance.
That's a sack.
Brought down by Kevin Rivera.
Quarterback draw out of shotgun. They didn't realize it. Valpo was bringing the blitz off the corner. They had more people there. And poor David Caudle's got no place to go. Watch the blitz come right off this side. He reads it. Oh, no, what is he doing? But I don't believe anybody was covering the 34, the fullback.
Talking to the Valpo coaching staff, they said no one wants this game more than Kevin Rivera. The last time these two teams played, he got laid out in the sideline on a crackback block. Said he couldn't wait for the rematch so he could come out and hit some Morehead State players.
That pushes Morehead back to the 29. Hold on. Flags fly. Illegal procedure as somebody moved. 9:14 to play third quarter. 33-15. Morehead moved, and they'll get backed up even farther.
Prior to the snap,
Morehead.
Ball start, offense,
They had the
5-yard
big
penalty.
penalties the first half.
It remains second
and they're
down.
getting some penalties this half.
And they got off to such a good start here in the second half as they hit early on their first possession of the third quarter, but back to the same old problems that haunted them throughout the first half.
I love Big 76. They call him the Big R. He's got these dreadlocks hanging out the back of his helmet there. I wish I could grow my hair like
That's
that.
R. Corley, 310-pound left guard.
He's so big they only used the initial for his first name.
Caudle to Parks. Caught inside the 30, gets to the 20-yard line before being brought down by Elliott Powell. And pretty good gain. It'll bring her out third and less than 10 as they get inside the original line of scrimmage.
Your fullback with the neck roll needed one more block on that play. And the block will be off. The non-block comes from the left side.
Why is he my fullback when he doesn't
You said you liked him. And right there, he missed him. Come on. I blame you. It's your fault, DeMarco.
A 17-yard gain on the play brings about third and a long 8. 8:15 and counting here in the third quarter. Morehead State trying to climb back into this thing. Caudle hits Parks inside the 5. It'll be first and goal from there.
Wow. I'll tell you something. I like this Eli Parks.
Eli Parks is the guy tonight. I mean, he's the guy. You can tell the quarterback has confidence in him. He's looking for him. And he's playing that little wing back, so it's not a long route. It's just a little break to the flat. A little bit behind him, but he comes back. That's body control.
Now, when you ran this offense, who would be Eli Parks?
That would be Drew Hill.
Drew Hill. Wow.
Drew Hill. And Andre Rice.
Well, you have good guys in that position there.
Neil Preston swings out wide to the right, but Caudle sticks it in the belly of Jabari McGee. Bangs his way toward the goal line. It does not appear as though he got in. It'll be second and goal from very close.
I'm listening to the official behind me, better known as DeMarco, and he hollered, "It's in!" He's down to the 1, DeMarco. He didn't miss it.
He meant McGee's belly.
Yeah.
That's what it's in McGee's belly.
I got you.
Thank you, Paul.
7:22.
You got a sneak in here? You got a big quarterback.
We've seen a lot of sneaks. All of them from Valpo thus far. Caudle under center.
Watch the sweep. Oh.
I don't believe he made it.
I don't think he made it either.
He went on balance line and he ran the sneak to the short side of the on balance, which means the corner can hit you.
You know who's in the bottom of that pile? Who? Matthew Collette. 228 pounds of him. They try to run at the little guy, and what happens?
And he's only 5'9".
You get turned away.
Line.
See how they're on balance? They're on balance this way, and this is a short corner. So on the sneak, they'll get somebody running off the back side. There he goes. If you're going to run a sneak, take it to the long side, not the short side.
There's Colette's head right there.
Oh!
Well, 2 plays from the 1-yard line have not netted anything for Morehead. Here's the third.
Oh, nice play.
On the keeper, David Caudle gets in that way. Touchdown, Morehead State.
Well, that was an option. He had the option to bring it down the line and pitch it, but he saw the big hole and just ducked inside.
Yeah, eventually with an option offense on the goal line, they're going to get you somewhere.
There's the option. And then he decided to take it right on in. Didn't have very far to go. Nice play.
Could have driven one of your vehicles through that hole.
Oh, gosh. I like to sell
any one of
mine.
them.
Yes.
And that pulls Morehead within 12. And we'll see what they choose to do now.
They're moving the ball to the right hash. So they're going to try something to the left. They're going to go for 2. To the wide side for them is going to be harder for the quarterback. It's going to be to the quarterback's left. They didn't put it all the way, but they offset it.
Drew Driscoll, the single back behind David Caudle. Morrison, the man in motion, and Caudle wants to throw. Pumps to his right, then over the middle. Caught by Eli Parks. That's a 2-point conversion.
Yes, it is.
No good. Oh, he got in.
Yeah, he did. He faked the screen to the wide side. That's a nice play. Fake pump screen left, tight end hook. And the ball would go to the screen if they didn't cover it. That's an option read by the quarterback. He's going to drop back, and his first read is the screen right here. They got that covered, so this next one is the outlet right over the middle. But that's an old San Francisco deal. The tight end replaces where the back was sneaking out from.
I thought I recognized that play.
Well, that pulls Morehead State within 10. With 6:26 to play in the third quarter, we've got plenty of football left here on the Football Network.
A highly respected liberal arts program brings national attention to Valparaiso University. Equally well regarded are professional programs in fields such as engineering, nursing, business, meteorology, and law. But the integration of liberal arts and professional coursework sets Valpo apart and annually brings top rankings by national publications. Supporting the Valpo experience are the tradition of athletics and music and more than 100 clubs and organizations. The result is a unique experience, the Valpo experience.
I fly for business.
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 As in making money.
I need to be thinking about my meeting.
Not whether I'm going to make my meeting.
I need flights.
Lots of flights. I need cities. I need perks.
And I need to get home.
Look, if it wasn't important.
Look, if it wasn't important.
I wouldn't be flying
Halfway across the country or
Halfway around the world.
I need an airline
That understands all that.
Next time you fly, a lot more airline on American Airlines.
My name's Matthew Wang.
I fly American.
My name is Michael Malden. I fly American Airlines.
Sports Illustrated wants to know, who's your favorite NFL team?
Cowboys! J-E-T-S! Jets! Jets! Jets!
Show off your favorite team's colors with this exclusive offer from Sports Illustrated. Free with your paid subscription.
I can't believe it!
Start off with a long-sleeve t-shirt of your favorite NFL team. Pick a team, any team. The choice is yours.
The Bucs are my team, baby! Go Steelers! Let's go, Pats!
Call now and you'll also get another free gift from Sports Illustrated. This Wilson Mini Football with the logo of your favorite team.
Woo!
Both are free when you order 56 issues of Sports Illustrated for only $1.59 an issue. Save more than 50% off the cover price. When you use your credit card, you'll also get this Fleece Stadium blanket from the NFL team of your choice, free.
All this stuff for free? Thank you, SI.
Wear your team colors with pride with 3 great gifts, free from Sports Illustrated. Call now.
Welcome back. Just when we thought these two high-powered offenses were going to cop out on us, they drummed up all sorts of points.
Can you say he's walking his beat?
Hey, I guess the beat goes on there. That's pretty good.
I got to leave you two. You're too much.
Coach, you had talked about that 2-point conversion Morehead State just delivered being an old play from the San Francisco team from Bill Walsh.
I tell you, we defended that 100 times.
I got a 49er for you. How about 49 points scored in the last 11 minutes and 39 seconds of this football game?
Wow. That sounds like San Francisco against one of my defenses.
Oh, that's a 49er.
By the way, you owe me a question, by the way.
What are we?
You owe me a question. The Valpo Hall of Famer, NFL Hall of Famer here.
Oh, we have a guy that was in the Hall of Fame. He's maybe the best that ever played his position. Played college ball here. He played for, want a hint? The Green Bay Packers.
Adam Jones with the kick to Kevin Grimoldi. inside his 5, and here he comes. To the 20, 25, thrown down around the 30-yard line, so Valpo will start from there.
Oh, got a guy over the bench.
But we got coming way out of bounds as Jermaine Wells gets tossed over the bench.
Don't you get points for that?
Well, football fans, you cannot afford to miss the Division I AA All-Star Classic. The game will showcase 100 of college football's best players and will be shown live December the 30th right here on the Football Network from Lockhart Stadium in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The 1AA All-Star Classic presented by American Airlines. For ticket information, please go to our website, footballnetwork.com. This is Nick Reed banging his way across the 30, but fortunate to get back to the original line of scrimmage as he got stuck in a hurry by Craig Unger.
Well, he needed that Hall of Famer blocking in front of him. The man that was in 2 teams that won the Super Bowl. Played right here at Valpo. Played for the Packers.
All right, Coach Trebek.
Who is that man? Fuzzy Thurston. Oh, boy. They weren't any better than he was.
Very good. 5:45 to play third quarter. Valpo with the football and a 10-point lead at their own 31-yard line. Giancola in motion, and Mackey wants to throw hit from behind as he lets go of the ball. Looking for Giancola, who's pushed down before the ball falls. The crowd would like to have a flag, but they will not get it.
Well, I think the feet got tangled. If the feet get tangled, the push is okay because you're trying to stay up.
Let me tell you, that was good pressure coming around the corner by Dean Anderson. They brought the blitz. They brought Odie up the middle again, which frees up the defensive end. He puts a great hit on David Mackey. We talked to him. He does not like to get hit. And his offense, watch him coming around the corner here.
Good job, pressure right off of here. Good stick on him, but watch the feet get tangled up. This is not a penalty. The feet on feet, you're okay. This crowd here is mad, but they'll get over it.
Third down and 10 from the 31-yard line of Valpo. David Mackey from under center. Again wants to throw. Hustles out of the pocket, he's brought down. Joel Wainscott on the tackle. His 5th sack of the year.
Well, Joel's a right end coming on a TE. TE means tackle goes first and in underneath it.
And I should say, I saw the 4, thought it was 44, it's 94. That's Kevin Cristello, his 5th sack of the year.
He moved right into it. Look at that. When you bring that stunt, most of the time the quarterbacks, when they beat the stunt.
Here he comes. Right up through
right in the middle there.
Go ahead, beat the stunt.
When he beats the stunt, most of the time you want to try to beat the containment to the right. Mackey moving into the stunt there and works out well for Morehead State.
Ryan Bateman on to kick it to Ralph Del Sardo. And Del Sardo makes the catch on the run and is brought down virtually immediately. But he's in Morehead territory. Adam Ellis on the tackle. Del Sardo, who has been a little hesitant on some of his previous punt returns today. There's a reason why. He's only returned 6 before coming into this game today, so he does not have the kind of experience that Morehead would like.
I thought the Valpo punter maybe got bumped here. Let's see where his right foot gets on the ground.
Oh, no.
2 feet are on the ground. And he hit the ground before he hit him.
Give him an Oscar.
Well, yeah, good job. Hey, that guy should go to Hollywood.
Morehead State in Valpo territory. The pitch out to Parks. Running room across the right side, inside the 40 to about the 38, perhaps 37. Morehead back to the ground. Plenty of time left. 4:25 and counting as Morehead trails by 10. John Sajas on the tackle.
Morehead jeopardizes their quarterback when they run the option. Somebody's assigned, hit the quarterback, even though, watch the hit on number 10. Oh, he didn't see it. He hit him and drove him out of it.
Pickup of 4, 2nd and 6. Caudle with time, nobody open, now wants to run and throw. Now he has a man, that's Del Sardo, first down inside the 25. Jake Burkhart on the tackle.
Can I ask you 2 a question?
Fire away.
Are the offenses cooking now?
They're cooking.
You wondered where they were that first quarter.
Don't say cooking, I'm getting hungry.
Down to the 22-yard line. Morehead trailing by 10, but that is nothing between these 2 teams.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm starting to see the hands on the hip look by Valpo.
Well, they're running around and chasing him hard. The guy with his hands on his hips, also the guy that got hit in the back. He has all kinds of reasons. He's probably wondering about where his kidneys are.
Caudle having some trouble getting this play in from the sideline. 10 seconds on the play clock. This is Morrison in motion. Fake pitch. Caudle wants to throw over the middle. He's got a man wide open, and Parks not able to catch up to a throw that had led him a little too far.
And a good throw, you have another touchdown because it's wide open. They're playing cover 2 for Morehead. 2 means there's no safety on the post.
Wow.
And that's wide open. Good throw there. They had a touchdown.
Each time Valpo sees that toss, both safeties come, they come running right now.
Good point. They fake that toss sweep, and the safety's been taught all week. He has to stop it.
But the starting safety, Brad Smea, is out of the game, and Jake Burkhart is in, and that's the direction Morehead was looking. 3:31 to play third quarter.
And that Smea was playing great football.
Here they come.
Parks in motion. Caudle wants to throw off the blitz. Oh! Del Sardo leave a flag. It was hit by Sajas, and Sajas not happy, but that's going to be the flag.
Hit him in the head, unprotected. Sajas got hit in the back, unprotected, but you can't hit him in the head.
No, turnabout's fair play. We heard a lot about Sajas. His coaches say he loves to hit.
Right here, 47. Watch 47. He now sees the slant. Now he comes hard.
Yeah, he could have pulled up.
Yeah, that's a penalty.
He could have pulled up right there.
In the face.
Right here, he could have let it go.
Head on head, they'll get you.
Anytime you launch yourself at a receiver, a defenseless receiver, you're always going to see the flag come out.
Did
nice.
You say lunch or launch?
Launch. See, we're getting hungry.
He said launch. He was thinking
After
launch.
distance to the goal, automatic first down.
First down now for Morehead State at the Valpo 11-yard line.
That penalty was a bad one. That hurt this football team.
As Valpo has certainly had what would appear to be a couple of opportunities to really put this thing out of reach, but Morehead has climbed back in at the start of this where they will not go away, not with this offense. 3:27 to play third quarter. Morehead trailing by 10.
Unbalanced line.
There goes McGee in motion. Unbalanced to the right. Caudle wants to throw. Looking right and running left.
Room.
Inside the 10. To the 5. Diving for the 1. And that's where he'll be down. It'll be close to a first down. Lawrence Canada on the tackle. We'll see where the spot goes. It could be a first and goal.
The motion went over to his right to build the trip, so what does he do? That takes all the defense. He scrambles away from where he took all the defensive plays.
Anytime they said that Caudle sees the B gap or the A gap, anytime you have a bubble, which means you have a nose tackle and a defensive end, that's where he's going to scramble. That's where he gets most of his yards.
Gain of 9 on the play. It brings about second and a short 1 from the 2.
A short 1 from the 2.
This is McGee.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Jabari McGee. And Morehead State is now within an extra point of making this a 3-point game.
Wow. They brought the wing back in motion and ran the lead inside. What we've been talking about, DeMarco says, build the eye with motion, and that's exactly what they were doing.
Guys, wasn't it just 19-7?
Yes, it was. And remember, Morehead didn't get on the board until very late in the second quarter. The extra point is up and through, and we've got a 3-point ball game with just 2:36 to play in the third quarter. We also have a new Pioneer Football League championship record with the 63 points scored in this game. We expected the offense. It has finally shown up from both teams to the point of scoring more points than a Pioneer Football League championship game has ever seen before.
And you add on to that, we got a lot of time left. In the first quarter, nobody scored much then. So we're really talking about a lot of points in 2 quarters.
Hey, you know, with 2:36 left in the third, we have a lot of time left in the third quarter.
Man,
and a whole fourth quarter to go.
How many lights they got on there? Can they add another row of lights?
David Caudle got his job done in many ways on this last possession. Caudle looking and looking, as you can see there, and waiting for his man to get open. That's Del Sardo. Caudle again, when given the time, can make his own time with his legs. He's the team's leading rusher, and then the touchdown here. Morehead State.
Did you see that block?
Yes.
Caudle, 16 of 26 in the game, 275 yards, and we've got a lot of work to do in the third quarter still. The low kick, it stays inbounds. That's Smea getting just across the 20-yard line, so Valpo will start from there.
Now you going to play conservative, or you think you better crank it up here?
I'll believe it when I see it that either of these offenses will play conservatively for any great length of time.
Maybe a play.
I don't even think that's part of their vocabulary.
Empty backfield.
As we already mentioned, a new scoring record for the Pioneer Football League championship game. And undoubtedly more to come.
Nice.
Mackey with the run across the 30. Looks like it's enough for the first down. That should move the chains.
Spread formation, no backs in the backfield. That'll pull everybody out. See, this is the closest guy on the second level. No backs in the shotgun, and that means he's just got to beat 3 people inside, and the blitz is on by Unger. Look at the gap. He's off and running. Luigi couldn't get off the block. What a hit, huh?
Luigi. Man, great name for a defense.
Luigi Lombardo.
Oh, don't you love it?
285 pounds, and he's only 5'11".
I love it.
But he plays hard.
2:03 and counting here in the third quarter. Read the man in motion. Mackey looking his way.
Nice rush.
But that's Knudsen. Across the 40, he's got a first down on his feet toward midfield.
Wow.
Kevin Knudsen.
We saw everything. We saw everything on the play.
Watch this rush by Luigi Lombardo. Gets the hands up, or you're not going to be able to see it. Nice throw by Mackey.
Speed. Watch Knudsen. He has speed, doesn't he?
That he does. He gets out close to midfield at the 49.
Watch this rush here by Lombardo. Gets the hands up. Move it in there, Lombardo. Takes out 3 people.
You like Luigi?
I love Luigi.
He loves anyone 5'11", 285.
But me then. I was
You're not 5'11".
Oh, that's right. No, you didn't say anything about the 285.
Nick Reed driving toward midfield.
Flipped in the backfield of his
Gain
own
of about 122 and counting here in the third quarter.
Yeah, Big Nick getting up in there. That's about the 3rd time I've seen him tripped up in the backfield. If he gets that big 250 pounds moving, I mean, he'll cause a big boom when he gets there.
Well, his offensive lineman at the feet pushed back on his is what caused it.
You sound like Inspector Clouseau.
Hey,
big boom?
A boom.
You like that? So the best thing with big running backs is to stop them before they get moving.
Officially no gain on a carry. 2nd and 10 now. 51 seconds and counting in the third quarter. Reed, the man in motion for Mackey out of the shotgun. Fumbles the snap momentarily, and as he's hit, he fires toward Reed, but overthrows.
Got his legs cut. Watch this ball. The quarterback, you wonder why that ball went over. The defender knee chopped him.
He got hit.
Chops him right at the knees, and this will make the ball go where you don't want it to.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like Kevin Chance diving in and the disruption. That's just Mackey's 3rd incomplete pass since the first quarter.
Can you believe that?
And one of those, remember, was the ball that was clearly dropped by
Kevin Knudsen.
So Mackey has been outstanding since that slow start in the first quarter.
Empty backfield.
44 seconds left in the third.
Timeout.
Everyone out wide to the right and left, and hold on just a moment.
Timeout.
At least he knows. On the empty backfield, they went to a 3-man rush and walked all the linebackers outside.
And Valparaiso calls the timeout. With a 3-point lead, 44 seconds left here in the third quarter. And witness a football program being built from the ground up. Football Network will be taking you to Conway, South Carolina for Founded 2003, Birth of a Tradition, where we chronicle the very first season of the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. If you want an insider's view of the glamour, passion, and heartache, tune into the Football Network every Friday evening. Please check your local listings. This is a series no football fan would want to miss.
Chanticleer, isn't that a fighting rooster or something like that?
It's some kind of a fighting bird.
It's a fighting bird or something like that.
By the way, both of these teams, I believe, played
Coastal Carolina. That's right.
Correct.
They both got a little whack on them.
Well, the first
I know that Valpo, looking up and down, and I'm not seeing that. It was Morehead that played at Coastal Carolina and won 31-6 back in September, but Valpo did not play Coastal.
I know they tore down the goalpost on their first win ever. I hope they got a replacement by then.
All right, 3rd down and 10 for Valpo. Valpo 2 of 8 on 3rd down conversions thus far today. Again, 44 seconds to play here, 3rd quarter.
Here comes Unger.
3rd and 10. Mackey again, all by himself, over the middle, tip ball, and it's incomplete. Wow. Nearly intercepted.
Did you say they dodged a bullet?
They dodged a bullet.
Dodged a bullet.
Let me tell you, if he didn't have a cast on his hand, I think he might have had a chance for a one-handed grab here.
I would say both teams dodged a bullet, the way the offense and then that tip ball.
Jeremy Frazee playing with a cast on his hand. I think he might have had a shot at a pick if he doesn't have that big club on there. Watch him. Goes up. Right there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's the club hand.
Tough pass over the middle into good coverage.
Should put some stickum on it. Here we go. Watch this.
Here comes your, by the way, here comes your Hollywood guys coming in to punt. You said his last time he should make a movie. Look how high his foot goes way above his head when he warms and stretches this punt.
Ryan Bateman, the punter, averaging just a fake. We got it a halfback option. This is Vilk. Gonna throw it, and he underthrows an open man.
Wow.
Chris Daniels was open. Jeffrey Vilk had him. And the Crusaders try a little trickery, and it backfires there.
And it's at the 50-yard line. You're ahead by 3.
That's a great play by Morehead State. They're obviously going to throw the pass here. It's too far for him to run for a 1st down. Great job from Morehead State staying back in the coverage, covering the receiver so he can't throw it.
And that gives Morehead fabulous field position at the Valpo 49-yard line, 31 seconds to play 3rd quarter.
And only down by 3, they give him this opportunity.
A risky move, Parks in motion. Caught him with the pitch to Parks. Across the 45, still standing and knocked out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
I wonder if anybody's told Papa he's allowed to dodge a guy. He'll run right at him. He's my kind of guy.
I really like this Eli Parks. He puts it down in there. He's been there everything today.
There's Parks on the pitch.
Watch this.
And he'll take him head on.
Head on.
And get a couple of extra yards.
That's what we call the old Remashak.
He ran over Michael Schnorr.
Oh, yeah.
8-yard pickup. Ball spotted at the 41, 2nd and 2. 24 seconds to play 3rd quarter. Caught him with plenty of time, and then he tucks and runs. Shakes off a would-be tackle. Fires toward Morrison, overthrows him. And how about Caudle?
Wow.
Almost making a big something out of a big problem.
Well, he had problems. He double pumped. He knew better than to throw it. And then he got away from the rush. Nice play.
You see right here why he's the Pioneer League Offensive Player of the Year. You can't bring this guy down with just one person. You got to bring the house with you. This is like a fullback running around with the football back there.
Running the wrong way, throwing off the wrong foot, nearly making it a big game.
Hey, get off the couch. It's 3rd down and 2. It's a 3-point down. You're in a 4-down zone. You're going to go for it twice if you don't make it here. So you bang it twice or you're going to throw it here.
We'll have to see. 12 seconds to play 3rd quarter. Morehead down by 3 at the Valpo 41. Morrison, the man in motion. Caught on the fake pitch again. Wants to throw over the middle. In and out of the hands of Eli Parks, who tried to come back. The ball was thrown behind him. 7 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. We'll get to see, Coach, if it is a 4-down situation.
I think you throw on that 3rd and short only if you're going for it on 4th down. If you're not going for it on 4th down, you got to run your smash play there.
There's Matt Ballard. He's the one making the decisions.
Here comes the punt team.
I'll be down. If I was going to do that, I'd have run on the 3rd down.
Well, better pass. They got that 1st down.
Certainly Parks was open, but Caudle could not hit it through it. Behind him made it a very difficult play.
So that fake punt didn't hurt Valpo.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
And a high snap again for the 2nd time. But Charles does a nice job to corral it and kick it to the 20, and then it takes a Morehead bounce from there. Inside the 15, down to about the 12, and that'll bring the 3rd quarter to an end. So Aaron Charles, the freshman punter, for the 2nd time has a high snap, but this time is able to corral it and kick it off. 33-30. 15 minutes of football left, and anything can happen in the Pioneer Football League Championship, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Buffalo Louie has it all. I said Buffalo Louie has it all. Here at Buffalo Louie, we have it all.
It's Valparaiso's favorite family-oriented casual dining restaurant, Buffalo's, featuring our award-winning Buffalo's style chicken wings with 15 different homemade sauces, only 33 cents every Tuesday night. Stop in at Buffalo's and watch your favorite sport on one of our 9 TVs.
Nationally respected as one of the finest universities in the Midwest, Valparaiso University combines the best in liberal arts and professional education. It's a place where classroom theories are brought to life. Along with its nationally ranked academic program, Valpo offers an active campus life, including the excitement of NCAA Division I athletics. Add to this mix Valpo's commitment to ethics and religious values. It's all part of preparing tomorrow's leaders today.
Since 1889, First National Bank has helped individuals, families, and friends build the homes and businesses that are the foundation of our community. Today, that commitment to the community, our customers, and their well-being remain our main concern. With services such as free online banking, a discount brokerage, mutual funds, including Fidelity investments added to traditional banking services. First National Bank of Valparaiso, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
If you're a true Valparaiso sports fan, then you need to check out ValpoSports.com. ValpoSports.com features all the latest news and information about Valparaiso sports. Whether your sport is football, basketball, swimming, wrestling, track and field, volleyball, cross country, baseball, or tennis, you'll find out about it on ValpoSports.com. Exclusive interviews, video highlights, coaches shows, you'll find them at ValpoSports.com. ValpoSports.com, the Valparaiso sports site on the internet.
I asked the coach, that guy looks like an athlete. He goes, Coach, that's our star cross-country runner. There he is. He runs cross-country for the school and mascot for football.
Well, take a look at the way this game is unfolded. The first quarter, a defensive touchdown, fumble recovery, run back for the touchdown, the only score. We were waiting for these offenses to get into gear. Both of them scored very late in the second quarter, then have exploded here in the third to make it a 3-point game. But, you know, entering the fourth quarter, both of these teams have had very different seasons in the fourth quarter this year. Valpo has been outscored by its opponents in the fourth, while Morehead has doubled up and then some on its opponents in the fourth quarter. It'll be interesting to see what happens now the rest of the way here. 15 minutes to play in the Pioneer Football League championship game. Valparaiso with the football deep in its own territory to open the quarter. 1st and 10 from its own 12-yard line. David Mackey, who's been outstanding since the first quarter. Play action. He's got pressure from his backside on Larko. Miller makes the catch. Giancola now off to the races. Rob Giancola, touchdown.
Just like that. And just like that.
88 yards.
And let me tell you, he was almost sacked for a safety in the end zone. It was that close. He just got it off.
Let me tell you something. Chris Bird was all over him.
Good coverage, really.
Good coverage, great route, great catch.
And
great
another
throw.
fingertip grab by Giancola, who scores his 23rd touchdown of the season.
Boy, I tell you, he watches the ball land on his fingers. He never takes his eye off the ball.
And now what has been an adventure for Valparaiso this afternoon.
The extra point. If he makes this one, he's made 3 in a row.
And
it's
guess
good.
what? Andrew McCauley makes it, and it's once again a 10-point game. But Rob Giancola,
oh man,
now 14 of his 23 touchdowns have been of 33 yards or more. Wow. This one, 88.
Wow.
You know, he looks like a tight end. He's bigger than all the other wide receivers, but he runs. He gets his giddy-up going.
Is he coming to the All-Star game?
No.
He is not.
Well, we had a vote.
None of the mid-majors.
Yeah.
Jermaine Wells, number 6, for Morehead, never gave up, chased him all the way to the end zone. He was all the way on the other side.
Look at Mackey, hanging out.
Look at it.
Just watching.
Go. What is it? Hey, it's nuts. Look at that.
And Mackey happy about that as Giancola grabs the national lead in touchdowns scored. He had been tied with Colgate running back Jamal Branch with 22, but now it's Rob Giancola with 23.
Oh, my goodness.
What
a player.
Giancola in this game, 5 catches for 140 yards. We're learning firsthand how his average for the season is over 26 per catch.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, what they did wrong, they probably made Morehead mad. And so now Morehead will come back and go with her offense, which is just as wide open, of course, as Valpo's.
Well, that was the matchup that Morehead State's defensive coordinator was talking about. We're going to leave Bird one-on-one on Giancola. We think that he can shut him down.
And he did for half.
He did for half.
He did for half. Did a good job.
That he did. Low kick. Taken and bobbled by Bird. Picked up across the 20. Charles Bird to the 25. And he won't see the 30. Morehead State will start for there as Patrick Cash brings him down. But it's only a 10-point game, and with 14:39 to play,
means nothing.
no lead is safe between these two teams. There's Giancola, who's averaging 28 yards a catch today. This guy has been amazing. And again, these are players on teams that do not give scholarships.
Wow.
These are players who play for the love of the game. You can see how much they love it here.
I had 10 wide receivers. I paid a lot of money, and not as good as they play as good as that guy.
I would say someone missed on recruiting.
Yes.
Morehead once again returns to the ground. Michael Schnur in on the tackle.
Valparaiso blitzing on this all the way.
Daniel Morrison on the carry, but you can see the way the numbers continue to change and grow. Morehead State dominating the time of possession. In the air, dominating those numbers as well through the third quarter, but of course that does not include the huge play moments ago to Giancola. 14:05, flag on the play. Caudle running out of cover and sacked. But just a minute, there's a flag down. We'll have to see if that great blitz was offsides. Michael Schnur with the sack, but hold on. We'll see if he actually gets credit for it.
One thing about Schnur, he wasn't asleep on the get-off.
You like that. You like that.
They expect the quarterback, Caudle, to pick up the rusher when he comes through. They say he has to act like a blocker. You have this man. If he's coming off the corner on his own blitz, that's your guy. You got to make him miss.
And Schnur will get credit for the sack. He's a true freshman and did a nice job grabbing Caudle. And again, Morehead State allowed only 8 sacks during the regular season, tied for the fewest in the league, but Valpo's been able to get to Caudle more than once today.
A little confusion in Valpo's secondary here.
Yeah, they got him lined up on the wrong side.
Parks the man in motion. Caudle wants to throw. Again, rushed out of the pocket. Throws back to the far side. Across the middle now. Nobody open. It's incomplete.
Looked like he just threw it away there.
A busted play.
Looks like he just threw it away.
No one was there.
They had absolutely nobody covering the post, so he threw it there, but they had no receivers in it.
No.
Well, then it probably would have been a good play had he just had a receiver.
Yeah. If he had a receiver, it was a touchdown.
It makes all the difference in the world, doesn't it?
It sure does.
That brings about 4th and very long, and so Morehead will have to punt. And again, the Valpo defense, added as it did throughout most of the first half, answers that Morehead challenge.
They got 2 deep here, Valpo does.
That's something new. 2 deep to return it.
They opened the game with this.
There's the punt from Aaron Charles. Fair catch called for by Smea. Fields it at his own 43. Valpo will have good field position from there.
All right, now if you're Valpo, let me ask you guys a question.
Again?
Do you go and run it?
Now, again, are you asking what do we think Valpo will do or what we would do?
You're the coach. I want you to call the play.
All right, the guy who's calling the plays is offensive coordinator Stacy Adams. And I'll just remind you, he's the guy that calls his offense the shock and awe. We'll drop the bomb on you.
I'd say they're throwing then.
I'd say they're throwing too. David Mackey, who's been, excellent.
I'll watch the draw here. Direct snap.
And Mackey.
Direct snap. There it is.
Goes in motion. And it's Matt Vandali. Vandali's going to throw. Back to Mackey.
Oh.
And it's incomplete. That is a lot of things, Coach, but conservative is not one of them.
The only reason the quarterback is eligible, he has to be in the shotgun. The quarterback is not ever eligible if he's under center. So he started in the shotgun, and the quarterback went in motion like he was confused running to the coach. That's what you call a trick play.
Yeah. Hickory, dickory, trickery.
Yeah.
That's Vandali's 2nd pass of the year, so they've used that before. He completed it. I think he's 100% for the year.
Except now he's 50.
There he goes in motion.
Oh, hey, there's a problem.
Hey, coach, show it to me.
So the hope is the defense will be watching the quarterback,
Yeah.
as it should.
Good
Second and
coverage by
10, though.
Morehead. Here comes
Mackey
Unger again.
out of the shotgun. Almost picked off.
Was it?
No. Into the hands of the offensive lineman, Kyle Padgett.
He wasn't eligible, was he?
No, but it was hit by a defensive player at the line of scrimmage. That's why I said almost intercepted, because the hands got up there. It looked like he grabbed it out of the air as opposed to knock it down, and Kyle Padgett then grabs the ball because of it being a tip pass.
He looked like he pointed to his mom there. I got one!
He did.
Hey, in the making, he held on.
He's staring at the family. I touched the ball after 4 years.
He's got great hands. He held on to it.
Should have been a tight end. I knew it.
Empty backfield.
Except it's a loss of 1 on that catch by Padgett. 2 of 9 on third down conversions, and Valpo tries its 10th.
Oh,
Mackey, nice catch by Knutson. It was shy of the first down, though, into Morehead territory.
And Mackey did a great job under pressure. I promise you, Paul, they're all over him. He's small, he's little, he doesn't care.
Does not care, and he gets it away.
Watch the dash, watch the pressure coming on him, right in his face.
Henry Frayne, the one who hit him. Nice catch by Knutson, who's not able to turn it upfield at all. So we'll bring about 4th and 1.
Who was that in the frame of the picture? Who hit him?
Oh, you're reaching.
That was his. You know, this is about Mackey being 5'9". Besides that last one, he doesn't have a lot of passes batted down the line of scrimmage.
Well, doing a lot of roll,
A lot of roll, a lot of dash,
Yeah.
a lot of getting them out of the pocket and stuff.
Well, we've talked a lot about David Mackey. Since the first quarter, Mackey is 17 of 22. He's thrown 3 touchdown passes, and he's run the ball in twice for touchdowns since the first quarter. Remember, he was just 1 of 8 in the first quarter, but since then, he's been nearly unstoppable.
A little nervous. Both quarterbacks in that first quarter were both nervous. They both got rid of the jitters. I'll say that for both sides.
Yeah, and Mackey, remember, has not thrown an interception yet.
They're going for it.
4th and short.
No, don't do this.
There's the big fella, Nick Reed, coming in.
Is it less than a yard? It has to be less
It's
than
right
a yard.
about 1 yard.
You can't go for it if it's a full yard. You have to go for it if it's under a yard.
Tom Horn wants to go for it, at least giving the appearance of going for it. 12:28 to play in the 4th. Valpo
Hard count.
Penalty
with
play.
a 10-point
Hard
lead
count.
Penalty play.
We talked about this.
at the Morehead 48. Just inside the 48, so certainly risky. Mackey at the line of scrimmage. 3 backs behind him.
It's a hard count.
And they are going. Mackey on the bootleg. A naked bootleg with a 40 and more. David Mackey inside the 30, he runs out of bounds. He has the first down and plenty more. What a play by Valpo.
You know what makes me mad? I ran that same play with the Oilers against the Rams with Oliver Luck, and he couldn't run that fast.
Oliver Luck.
Oliver Luck is going to be faked this way, and he's going to come out this way. Come on, Oliver.
And Mackey makes his own luck here.
Oh, good. Was he open?
Actually,
the camera guy got lost.
Actually, guys, our stat guy had boot all the way. He was saying boot. He was just whispering it. He knew it the whole way.
He must have watched him practice. How come Oliver Luck didn't do that to me?
It just wasn't drawn up the same way. 59 yards rushing for Mackey now to go with his 285 yards passing. There's Nick Reed trying to get his way back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard pickup. Mackey talked about total offense. He leads the Pioneer Football League in total offense and number 3 in all of 1AA.
You can call Nick Reed the bus, you know.
He
the
is
bus
the bus.
junior, the bus,
I like that.
the VW bus. He's a smaller version of the bus. Yeah. The short,
Very wide.
very wide,
The
very wide
VW.
bus.
There you go. Knutson swings out wide to the right. Giancola to the left. Mackey in the shotgun sends Vandali in motion.
Wow.
And then the referees say, hold
Something
on.
happened.
Motion?
With 2
Illegal
tight ends.
formation.
Well, they had 2 tight ends in the ballgame. That's unusual for them.
Gotta be.
They must have more than one person moving at one time.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, 5-yard penalty. It remains 2nd down.
One tight end's now coming out, or both tight ends are coming out.
Catch TFN Radio's Football Focus. News, features, interviews, analysis. If it's football, it's on TFN's Football Focus on the Sports Byline Radio Network. Hosted by John Chalesnik, Monday afternoons at 4:10 Eastern, Thursday mornings at 6:10, and Sunday evenings at 7:10. Please check your local listings. Mackey wants to throw. 2nd and long, and now he's going to run. Pump fakes, gets to the 20-yard line. Not much more than that. It will bring up about a 3rd and 4, but that's certainly one that would make Tom Horn go, ooh, don't hurt him.
Rather than tackle him, they went for a leg chop, and of course you leg chop the quarterback. You can't throw very well after that.
I remember how earlier in this game, Morehead State, despite trailing because of the plays by Valpo's defense, was dominating in total offense. Well, Valpo now leads Morehead State 389 yards of total offense to 377. They're both racking it up, but you can see Valpo has really turned things around.
You know, we got to say, last year this Valpo team, tell them their record, they're 1-9 with these same players.
1-10.
1-10. Holy cow! They were 9-0 before they won one.
Mackey, quarterback keeper, gets down to about close to the first down. And remember how Tom Horn told us last night that after that season of 1-10 a year ago, he told his team that they were going to be a great team one day.
Someday.
And he said last year, while as tough as it was, the players are the ones that kept him going because they felt that they were getting better.
You hear that, Coach? The players kept the coach going.
I like that. I knew something was wrong with my team.
Even David Mackey said that. They said that we were losing games, but we never lost heart. We knew that we were in games, and eventually we'd be better, maybe playing for a championship.
And Mackey in this game, Valpo has now rolled up 393 yards of total offense. Mackey has accounted for 359 of those. And he wants to throw here on 1st and 10 to the end zone to Knutson, touchdown.
What a catch.
There he is.
Well, Kevin Knutson has made up for that one he dropped in the first half. His 6th touchdown of the year, and Valpo has stretched its lead once again.
Another underthrown ball for a touchdown. And Knutson, just like Giannicola, comes back to the ball and makes it. These guys can catch the football.
It's almost like a fade stop here.
Right. Little play action. Throws. Watch the receiver stop. Wait. Come back.
Every time he sees one-on-one, he goes right after. Mackey knows exactly where he wants to go with the football at all times.
And now the red-hot Andrew McCauley.
Hey!
Puts another point after.
There you go.
And that Pioneer Football League championship scoring record continues to grow. 77 points on the board, but 47 of them for the hometown Valparaiso Crusaders. We'll be back in a moment.
Crusader fans, show your support for the Valparaiso Crusaders with clothing, souvenirs, and memorabilia from the University Book Center on the campus of Valparaiso University. The University Book Center is the largest selection of official licensed Valparaiso University sports attire. Show your support for the Crusaders with a visit to the University Book Center next to the Arc on the campus of Valparaiso University. And remember, for all your school supplies, reference materials, and the like, the University Book Center can supply those too. The University Book Center. Visit the store, stop by their booth at the next VU game.
You know Kiwanis International for its work to help young children in your community achieve their fullest potential. Now, Kiwanis, together with UNICEF, is helping children around the world in our global community escape the threat of mental and physical retardation by working to eliminate iodine deficiency disorders. You can help too. Contact your local Kiwanis club or call 1-800-KIWANIS to learn how.
This case is quite controversial. We can prevail on these issues.
It's not hard to find lawyers. What's hard is finding one with the right experience.
There is a statute of limitations.
But you'll find ways to tell a lawyer's background in this brochure. Yours free from Blatchley, Tabor, Bozick, and Hartman.
Ipso facto.
Because finding the right lawyer is nothing to kid about.
I'm certain that we can win.
I miss you. I miss the sound of your voice, our late-night conversations. No one knows you like I know you. I've tried to call, but there's no answer. But I'm ready to try again, if you are. Love always, God.
Our hearts, our minds, and our doors are always open. The people of the United Methodist Church.
David Mackey has been outstanding as he leads the Valparaiso Crusaders.
Outstanding running and throwing. His bootlegs have been great.
Huge fourth down conversion on the bootleg, and then smart plays, moving the chains and the Crusaders downfield. And when he lets it go, he's done it extremely well. Knudsen with a touchdown there.
Yeah, he's over 300 yards, 7 out of the last 8 games. I mean, we can add big play to David Mackey's name. David Big Play Mackey, I think we should call him. Little Big Play. How's
Little
that?
Big Play.
Little Big Play.
He may stand only 5'10" listed.
Yeah.
Yes.
But he is as big as anyone on the field out there today.
Would he survive in the Wyoming snowstorm?
No. But when the snow gets up to that tall Indian, he'd be underneath.
This is Charles Burrow.
Look out.
With some running room.
Look out.
At the 45 and close to midfield, so Morehead will have good field position before he's brought down by Chris Daniels, and with 9:57 to play, and Valpo up 47-30, and Morehead only needs 3 touchdowns to have the lead.
That's nothing.
And Charles Bird has played tremendous on defense, played every down as a corner, running all over the field, and here he is trying to stay in the ball game as a return guy. You got to love the spirit and the character of that guy.
And here's a guy that's been banged up this year.
We asked the coach, is he healthy? He said he's as healthy as he's going to be.
Labeled him between 90 and 95%, but he was so beat up the last time these two teams played, Bird didn't even practice all week. Morrison, the man in motion and taking the pitch up the left side. First down and a little more into Valpo territory at about the 41-yard line.
Wow, that's the play that won the game for him last year. They could not stop that. Talking about Valpo, could not stop that pitch. So they come right back to how they got all the yardage on the last game.
It's a really unique play. I mean, they don't block the defensive end, and they pitch around him.
First and 10, Morehead State at Valpo's 41-yard line. 9:52 to play here in the fourth quarter. Valpo up by 17. Marks the man in motion.
Oh, nice.
Caudle finds Morrison. Shakes one tackle inside the 40 to 35. A little running room at the 30. Then popped at the 25-yard line. First down for Morehead State. John Sajas on the tackle, but he looks a little frustrated.
Well, they had about 2 options there. The quarterback said, look at this. I don't know. I don't like that one. I'll find the other one. So he's got a couple of people out there.
Sajas, the man who missed the first tackle, and had enough time to finish him off at the end.
Never give up.
You say about Sajas, he's not the All-American, but he's the safety that everybody fears at Valpo. They can't wait for this guy to graduate and get out of the league.
And he's over at strong safety now. He is a senior and will be out soon, but he started at free safety each of the last 2 years.
Well, what happens, they usually move you close to the line, the more weight you gain.
First and 10.
Where would I be?
Caudle trying to run out of trouble. Throws off his wrong foot and throws it away. That's a smart play.
Wrong foot. Is that his left or his right?
His right. Threw it, well, his left.
His left was his wrong.
Right, correct. Running to his left also.
Yeah.
Don't turn this into an SAT test.
My MIT grad here is slipping a little bit.
James Riker giving chase on the play. 9 minutes and 10 seconds to play, fourth quarter. Valpo up by 17. With Morehead's big play offense, that may not be enough. Del Sardo swings out wide left. Preston to the near side. Caudle under center. With Head in motion. And the draw comes to Driscoll. Driscoll with some running room, still on his feet inside the 10, down to about the 6, perhaps the 5. It'll be first and goal for Morehead from there.
Well, they've had 2 runs on this drive with 9 minutes, but their 2 runs have been long runs. This is a draw. He's squatting down there. Boy, he's low. That's a low stance. We'll see if they do any gut blocking on it. Straight draw blocking.
57.
Picks his way outside. Pad under pad. Get low for contact. He never did get low. Stayed up high.
He's already low.
And the guy who got the arm in there was Sajas. It became a touchdown-saving tackle. Caudle on the keeper. Toward the goal line. Touchdown, David Caudle. And Morehead State is back in it. 8:41 to play. They're an extra point away from being within 10.
Wow. How about that? They did it on the ground.
They sure did.
They did it on the ground. Scored points on the ground in the fourth quarter.
With 3 runs, they had a couple of runs that went a long distance. This option, he rode the fullback, reached the ball over nice, didn't he?
That's confidence in your players right there.
Yep.
Adam Jones to try the point after.
Oh, he missed it.
And he missed it left. So that changes the complexion of things
Oh,
just
did it.
a little bit. 47-36. The Valpo lead is 11. There's still 8 minutes and 41 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter.
I see that 2-point play coming back into focus here.
The 2-point play.
I know at this moment Morehead would love the opportunity to have one.
Ride the fullback, pitch man out there, doesn't throw the pitch, just keeps bringing himself.
There's Cardle with the touchdown run.
Fake the fullback.
I saw a little knee scrape here, right there.
That's
and the knee
fourth.
was down before the ball was
A little
in.
bit, yeah. We'll let that go. It's a great play.
So his 5th touchdown run of the season. But still, plenty of time left the way these teams play.
Right now, as long as you got a minute, you got time.
11 points is not
And look
enough.
at there.
even
There's
with a
the
minute.
room I slept in.
Right there.
Let me see. And back there is Dee's room.
Why am I way over there? That's where the food is.
Yes. And right over here, in that little field, is where Paul slept. Yes.
Where did Paul come check time? Where did he go on the check day?
He ran as fast as any receiver I've ever seen.
You guys talk a mile a minute.
Air ball, air ball.
Short kick and hold on a minute. Called a fair catch.
Called a fair catch. You can't run with it.
No, he can't. That's John Serrier.
That should be a flag. He called fair catch and ran.
Maybe somebody else signaled fair catch and not him. As you still can't run with it.
You still can't
There was
run
a
with
fair catch signal by given by one of the upbacks. Therefore, the
different
ball
guy.
was dead as soon as it was caught.
If
First
you're a
down,
college football
Valparaiso.
fan, you cannot afford to miss TFN's rivalry series. Legendary matchups between Florida, Georgia, and Michigan, Ohio State will be available on VHS and DVD. They're waiting for you right now. For information on ordering, just go to our website at footballnetwork.com, and these things are awesome. Valpo with the ball and an 11-point lead. Mackey off the play action, wants to throw, and he's got Van Dolly out of the backfield with running room across midfield to the 45-yard line. Another big gainer for the Crusaders.
There's that screen again.
Well, really, this was a play-action sneak-up. You're going to watch it. It looks like the oh my gosh screen, but he does a play-action off of this. They're going to play action to this guy. He's going to come this way, and then watch that guy get out the backside. Roll over, fake the fullback, fake the halfback, and then the halfback delays. And it's, oh my gosh.
So we call that the bluff screen. The tailback comes out and he bluffs like he's going to block the defensive end and takes off. Yeah, see, bluff screen.
I like it.
Oh my God screen.
Oh my gosh, and now you got a bluff. I like it.
8:14 to play fourth quarter. Valpo with the ball up by 11. Inside Morehead territory, Mackey off play action. Up top for Giancola.
Oh.
In and out of his hands. Incomplete. Giancola went up to get it. That would have been an outstanding catch, but Charles Bird on the coverage.
Great athletic play by Bird. I'll tell you what, these guys are really battling down here. Giancola has position on him, but Bird comes over the top and makes a nice play, saves the touchdown.
With a high jump. Watch Charles Bird, 21, come out of his shoes, over the back end. He right down. He's got him beat there. He was a little bit late.
He had position on him.
Giancola had to go up. It did hit him in the hands, but that would have been a great catch.
Should have had it. Be mean.
8:01 to play fourth quarter. 2nd and 10 from the 45 of Morehead. This is Mackey. Rolling right, man in trouble now. Still on his feet and running.
Wow.
Picks up a couple of yards. Look at David Mackey.
What was that? I don't know if that was supposed to be a run from the get-go. You think it was always a run?
I don't think so. I think they lost him.
I tell you what, he disappeared. You talk about being short. This is an advantage.
You know what I like here, Coach? He doesn't go out of bounds. He keeps the clock moving.
I didn't see any receiver down there. If that wasn't a run, some receiver should have been in that area.
Somebody owes him a favor.
Yeah. Hey, guys.
A gain of 3 on the play. The clock continues to move at 7:20 and counting.
Empty backfield.
3rd and 7, Mackey alone in the shotgun. 3 to his left, 2 to his right. Looking left, throwing left. Has a man. That's Barno. Good for the first down at about the 34-yard line.
And Valparaiso has this home crowd standing.
On their feet.
I tell you what, they wore everybody out.
On their feet.
On their feet, because what an offense.
And with that play, Mackey goes over 400 yards of total offense.
I don't think I've ever seen a 400-yard passer before.
It was not passing, but total offense.
Total offense. Wow.
Well, stick around. It'll be 400 passing in a minute.
He's certainly moving in that direction. 6:58 and counting in the 4th quarter. Valpo up by 11 with the football in Morehead territory at the 34-yard line. Mackey under center, high formation behind him. Giancola in motion to his right. The give goes to the big fella. Nick Reed bangs his way in the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a few inches, but Dean Anderson, the first of several to hit him.
I thought the big fella didn't take it in there with full throttle.
Oh, yeah. Looked like he's waiting for something.
Now, we talked about the 2 quarterbacks at the top of the broadcast. Both have done a nice job after getting off to slow starts, but clearly David Mackey has become a huge difference with, as we had mentioned at the top of the broadcast, his arm and his feet.
76 yards rushing.
You talk to both quarterbacks about each other. They both have tremendous respect for one another, like the other's game. Playing really well, matching each other today.
Mackey on the option, keeps it and dives inside, perhaps down to the 33-yard line, maybe a pickup of 1.
If I had a quarterback that could gain 400 total yards, I wouldn't let him run the option. Would you?
Never.
Because that's the way you leave him open to get popped.
Sure.
Greg Unger on that tackle, 5:40 and counting. And if Valpo now facing a 3rd down and very long situation, certainly can make a big difference if they can move the chains. The last thing they want to do is turn the football back over to Morehead State. 5:22 and counting. Mackey, play action, has a man. Vandali out of the backfield. First down and more. The 15, diving toward the 10-yard line. Steps out of bounds at around the 12, and it'll be first down. Valparaiso from there.
Valparaiso right now is having fun. They're just anything they want to try is working, and everybody in that huddle has got a grin saying, let's go get another one. Little play action. Got blockers down there with the back in the flat.
And Vandali's able to turn it into a 21-yard pickup. Huge play on 3rd and long.
Wow, Matt Vandali.
Vandali gave one of the best pregame speeches that I've ever heard, saying that they shut down our dorms and didn't give us a place to sleep. Let's just do it for us.
Isn't that great? Take away our dorms.
Under 4:50 to play. Nick Reed inside the 10, down to about the 8.
All out.
Looks like the football's loose. And Morehead says they've got it. We'll have to see. No word from the officials as yet. Everyone in a white jersey says the Eagles have it.
He's got it.
And the referees have not made the call. Perhaps it was he was down. We'll have to see.
Yep, down.
The officials are saying he was down. Greg Unger delivering the blow, but not forcing the turnover.
Runner was down before losing possession of the football. 2nd down.
Luigi Lombardo, the 193 there, putting his hands in the air like, come on, ref.
Come on, Luigi wouldn't lie to you. Running up inside, good cut.
Oh, that ball's out. That ball was coming out before he hit the ground. He knows it.
Yep, he's pointing to it. Somebody get that ball.
Well, it's one thing to be good. It's another to be lucky and good. And right now, Valpo may be both. 47-36, under 4:20 to play 4th quarter. The Crusaders inside the 10. This is Vandali inside the 5. Down to about the 1.
Great blocking. That was a lead play. Lead play, fullback. They got a new fullback in there. How do you say Jeffrey's last name?
That's Jeffrey Vilk. VLK. You know who he needs to see with the name VLK?
No.
He needs to see Vanna White. He's got to buy a vowel.
Oh, wow. Lord. Oh.
Now watch him in there. This is him on the block. Ooh, isn't that a nice block? Thank you, Jeffrey Vilk. I thought you were going to put an M in front of his name.
Call him Milk. Joke.
That's Vilk. 4:02 and counting. 1st and goal for Valparaiso And not even Morehead's offense may be able to climb out of this hole if Valpo can punch it in.
Oh, they took out our fullback. They got the new
big
fullback
fella.
in it.
Nick Reed, the deep back, but Mackey on the pitch to Reed. Turns it upfield, touchdown, Valparaiso. For Nick Reed, his 6th touchdown of the season, and it may be the one that helps seal the deal for Valparaiso.
And the crowd is standing. These fans are excited. Let me say this, Valpo was a huge underdog.
Yeah.
Huge underdog coming into this championship bowl game.
I think somebody forgot to tell them that.
Well, Morehead State, the #1 team in 1AA mid-major play, playing for the 1AA mid-major national championship, in addition to this Pioneer Football League Conference Championship. Andrew McCauley, another one up and through, and it's 54-36. 3:42 to play. Morehead has a deep hole to try to climb out of, but we'll see what the Eagles can do when we come back on the Football Network.
Going down. Yes!
Oh, God. It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your deodorant is? Get Right Guard, the only one with a power stripe of extra protection. Right Guard, right to the end of the day.
The new Yahoo search. Faster, easier, bingo.
Nothing stirs the emotions of a football fan like a big game. Across the years, there's been no bigger game than when the Ohio State Buckeyes take the field against the Michigan Wolverines. Welcome to one of college football's most enduring and intense rivalries. To order your DVD or VHS, call 1-800-637-6886 today.
America is watching football, and football lives on TFN, the Football Network. When enough is never enough, exercise your football gland. This is TFN, the Football Network. 3 downs, 12 players, unlimited motion. CFL is fast action, only on TFN, the Football Network.
Well, David Mackey and the Crusaders with a lot to celebrate. You know, we talked about both of these high-powered offenses at the top of the telecast, but in the first 27 minutes of play here, only 7 points have been scored. Well, how about in the last 30 minutes of play, 83 points between these two teams, and Valparaiso doing most of the damage.
That is incredible. 83 points and a half.
I'm wore out watching.
We've got 90 points on the board. That PFL championship game record of 60 points was blown away a long time ago. There's Jabari McGee. One of those awaiting the kick from Adam Jones, coming from Andrew McCauley. And it's a pooch squib, and McGee won't get a chance to see it. But Morehead will have fine field position across the 45, and you know, there's only 3:35 to play in the game. 18 points separate these teams. That's only 3 touchdowns.
That's what you
And we also talked at the top of the broadcast about 3 keys to the game. Now, the offenses needed to run the football.
They tried that for a quarter.
Well, both of them have done all right by their standards. Stop the quarterbacks.
No.
Well, that hasn't happened either, really. Valpo has done a little better job than Morehead State and make adjustments. I think that's been the biggest difference from the last time these teams saw each other in October.
I think Valpo has made the adjustments. They found the one-on-one.
Caudle wants to throw, but bounces it, and that'll be incomplete, stopping the clock with 3:31 to play.
And the point, I think, that Marco, you're making, when the game started on defense, Morehead was playing zone. And they were shutting it down. Somewhere along the line, they went back to playing their man, and they paid for it dearly.
You know how you take a team out of zone? I learned this. You have to run the quarterback draw. You have to do it. You have to bring everybody up and go man.
Well, Caudle under center, 2nd and 10 from his own 46-yard line. Parks, once again, the man in motion. Caudle needs to throw under pressure, but finds Parks out of the backfield, across midfield to the 45, close to the first down. 3:21 to play, and the clocks will stop, and here comes some laundry.
Roughness.
Nick Hausman on the tackle.
Nice quarterback motion on that screen. Nice job he did, lobbed it over the rushing lineman.
Both the quarterbacks have been very good in this game.
Personal foul, yeah.
Last thing Morehead could afford would be a personal foul penalty at this point.
Well, if you're voting for this conference that they're in, who would you vote for first team all-conference quarterback?
Mackey.
You'd go Mackey?
I'd go Mackey.
Well, certainly if I was voting for an MVP of this game, Mackey would be the guy.
Personal foul, offense. The yardage gain resulted in a first down.
Foul.
We'll mark it off 15 yards from the end of the run.
Downfield.
It'll be 1st and 10.
That would be Justin Farrar, the right tackle, number 77, pushing in the back after the play was over.
They've had 2 linemen get that. Don't forget Michael Bastine had that same penalty earlier, going downfield and hitting late downfield. They're watching that closely this year.
A lot of things have gone wrong for the Eagles of Morehead State from start to finish in this game. 3:21, we're still a long way from being finished. The way these offenses move the ball, 90 points on the board already.
You're hoping for 100, I can tell. I can tell that's what you're hoping for.
I'm a neutral observer in terms of hoping, but I wouldn't be surprised if we saw it. Parks out of the backfield on the catch.
Boy, he puts
runs right through Smea. Credit for the tackle. Timeout on the field. 3:15 to play.
Full speed contact still.
Right.
We're down to 3 minutes, but there's nobody dodging yet.
No fair dodging.
Parks looked unhappy that he didn't get more.
I know.
Gain of 7 on the play. 2nd and 3. 3:15 to play. Morehead down by 18 points. Approaching midfield, quick toss to Parks.
There it is.
This is a lateral. Parks is going to let it fly. Looking for Preston. A lot of contact, and now we get a flag. Once again, Sajas not happy with the call.
Well, I don't think the ball was catchable.
Looked a little overthrown.
Yeah, I don't think the ball was catchable, but he did shove him and push him with his arm. Pushed his arm out on him.
Chris Daniels was the one on the coverage. Sajas, the one unhappy with the call. Oh, add Tom Horn to the list of those unhappy.
Tom Horn is suggesting that maybe it would not be able to be caught.
I think I was reading his lips. Sir, I believe we have a disagreement.
Yes.
Not for long. Strongly suggesting.
Defense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
So with 3:08 to play, Morehead State will move down to the Valpo 36-yard line, still trailing by 18 points. A lot of things have to happen for the Eagles to get back into this one.
Well, that didn't hurt them any, though. They got the first down. They're down in there, and the 15-yard penalty was almost like a pro interference. It's just about the same spot where the pushing was.
And a 15-yard pickup comes without any clock moving. Caudle under center. Adrian King, the lone setback behind him. Morrison in motion. Caudle wants to throw, quick toss, has Parks, spins off one tackle, but Sajas makes sure he stays down inside the 30, will be shy of the first down, and the clock continues to move to 57 and count.
I want to add up later how many times Parks has touched the ball. You got Parks on the sweep, you got him on the screen, you got him downfield.
I don't think he hasn't done his throw ball yet.
The man has handled that football.
Caudle again under center, 2nd and 2. Morrison in motion behind him. Caudle again wants to throw. Over the middle, tipped and knocked down. That's Lawrence Canada, the middle linebacker, getting a hand on.
And if Canada didn't touch it, it was intercepted down there behind him. Look at the secondary's mad at Canada. They had a pick coming across the middle. B47 will come from the right ear. Now he's going to come from this side. He's got the pick.
Got it right.
Oh,
Going
no.
home.
Another look by Caudle's pass. You can see that Sajas had his feet.
He got up.
In on it.
He got up and ran the Canada. What are you doing? I had the pick.
You're killing me.
I got nothing.
But look at Canada. That was a nice play. He did what he should have done. Knocked it away.
Well, a guy in Canada shouldn't take the shoot. No, he's not from.
No, he's not from Canada.
Oh, okay.
His name is Canada.
Okay.
Last thing we need is an international incident.
Oh. Yeah, yes.
2:34 to play in the fourth quarter. Morehead State trailing by 18 points at Valpo's 28-yard line.
Did Parks throw that pass on the pass interference and the halfback pass? I think he did throw it. Then he has done everything.
Yeah, he does.
He has done everything today.
He's run the reverse. He's run the ball. He's caught the ball.
And he's thrown it.
Parks swings in the slot to the left. Del Sardo wide left. Morrison in motion again. Preston, the one receiver to the right side, which is where Caudle is looking, and now he's over the middle. Caught by Del Sardo. Still on his feet inside the 5. Down to about the 2. It'll be first and goal from there. Del Sardo still on the ground. That hurt.
That could have been a penalty. They're trying to, the players are calling for spearing at the end of that play.
2:25. And now Morehead in the shadow of the end zone. Certainly no give up.
None. Too much character on both teams. You still win with character.
Morrison again in motion. Caudle from under center. Looks like he wants to keep it, but he will go nowhere. Kevin Rivera, one of several to pounce on him there. Bill Marshall involved.
Option to the right.
Morehead State.
Here he is. He's going to go that way and see who jumps on him. Good scoop by the center. Look at the blocking. Oh, wow.
Good job by 98, taking up 2. Anytime you get a scoop block to that side, you can't let that guard go up on the linebacker.
That's Bradford Riley, 98, doing a great job. We watched him all day.
And when you take up 2 and the linebacker makes the play, don't you get an assist?
You do. You get the credit.
You should get an assist on that play. I wish you would have been my coach.
If you can't get enough football on TV and you'd like to see more games, features, in-depth analysis, scores, and highlights, we got to tell you, you need TFN, the football network. For football programming 24/7, just call your cable operator and ask for the football network.
Don't ask, demand it.
Demand it, and it will make a big difference. Call your local cable operator and say you want the football network on your cable system. 2 minutes and 13 seconds to play in the 4th quarter.
Valpo has to go out. They're on the sideline talking to the coach. Big play. James Ricker talking to the coach still. He's running out there. James Ricker,
number 50,
playing this option to his wide side.
And Caudle under center. 2nd and goal.
There it
Caudle with the pitch out to King. King looking for the corner and finds the end zone. Touchdown, Morehead State. Hey guys, this is not over yet.
Not at all.
We have to show you that play. I have to show you Kennedy chasing the play. James Richter was told the option was coming to him. They brought it to him, and James Richter made the pitch happen, and Kennedy could not stop him.
Remember, Riker's had himself a heck of a game. He's the guy that returned that fumble recovery for the touchdown.
Watch Kennedy. Watch Kennedy.
Oh.
Trying his
Lawrence
best.
Canada getting it done there.
Yep.
And finally, Elliot Powell bringing him down, but when you bring him down in the end zone, that's not going to get it done. So, 54-42, 2:06 to play. Remember, they had the missed conversion earlier, and now Caudle under center as they go for the 2-point conversion. Caudle wants to throw into the end zone. He throws it behind Eli Parks, who was wide open.
Wide open.
And now it's a 12-point game.
That was his worst throw. Terrible. He had 2 guys open the end zone. It was eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and no pressure on him.
Let's go downstairs to Courtney George. Courtney.
Thanks, you guys. I'm standing here with the athletic director of Valpo, and let me tell you, he thinks it's about time that they finally win on their home field.
Oh, this is a wonderful occasion for us to come from a 1-10 season last year and dead last in the RPI. And we started the game today in the 6th or 7th position, and I imagine we'll move up a little bit. Morehead was #1 in the nation going into this game, and they beat us here earlier this year. So this is going to be a sweet victory for us.
I'm sure, especially since you guys were considered the underdog, but it doesn't look like anybody informed your team.
No, and surprisingly, only 6 points scored, and there's 7 points scored in the first quarter, and nobody could believe that because we knew there'd be an explosive offense today. In fact, you haven't heard our cannon on the last couple scores because we ran out of shells for it.
Oh, that's actually kind of good because it kept freaking me out a little bit. Now your basketball coach, I heard, is coming back.
Our basketball coach, Homer Drew, is back, and they're playing up at Marquette, playing Marquette this evening in the blue and gold tournament up there for the championship.
All right, well, looking bright for Valpo. Back to you guys.
That's great.
Thank you, Courtney, and thank you, Dr. Bill Steinbrecher. And you talk about the basketball team playing for a preseason championship game. Valpo has 3 teams playing for championships today. All of them are against teams nicknamed Eagles. The football team, of course, against the Morehead State Eagles here. The basketball team at Marquette against the Golden Eagles tonight. And how about the volleyball team tonight playing for the Mid-Continent Conference Championship against Oral Roberts Golden Eagles.
Onside kick, he's got to get it to bounce. He's got to try to kick it here, bounce it, make it happen. No
he
bounce.
Fires it, hoping it goes off someone, and it doesn't. Out of bounds it goes, so Valpo will take over from there. And you heard Courtney mention with Dr. Steinbrecher regarding finally winning on their home field. Morehead State came into this game 5-0 here on Valpo's home field. Now, these teams had only played 8 times against each other before today, and Morehead State had won 7 of those 8. So this has been a frustrating series for the Crusaders of Valparaiso, but certainly a lot of that frustration has been taken out on the Eagles of Morehead State today. It looks like Valparaiso is going to have itself a Pioneer Football League title.
That says it all. We ran out of ammunition.
Well, sure, there are 90-something points on the board, 96 and 54 of them with Valpo, which has the ball in Morehead territory. And here you can see Mackey just keeping it himself, and this is all about moving the clock.
How would you like to be the athletic director and you got to meet with the president and say, we ran out of ammo. We could not fire the cannon.
The cannon did, but the offense did not.
Yeah. Well, you're better off that than the other way. Having a lot of ammo and no offense.
Now, the clock has not moved. 2:02.
Why not? Timeout.
Once again, Paul Crane, Jerry Glanville, DeMarco Farr, and Courtney George with you from Valparaiso, Indiana, as the Crusaders of Valparaiso are trying to put a lid on the Pioneer Football League Championship. This is their first championship game, and they have certainly made the most of it.
And the coach has been here 14 years, and today, as we're looking with the stands and the people walking down the blacktop, when he became head coach here, there was grass here, and there was gravel around here, and people drove cars around it. He did all this in 14 years. Next year, his 15th year, he wants to build new stands.
Put lights up.
Put lights. He put lights up on the practice field. Yeah. When they came here, he said, we used to start practice, and at 4 o'clock it got dark, we had to end practice.
Well, it's a really nice little stadium. The fans are able to be very close. Beautiful school.
It is.
Fans very close to the action here, and they finally got themselves a heck of a football team to root for. It was 2000 they won the Pioneer League Championship. That was before the championship game. But last year, 1-10 is about to be ancient history now. David Mackey on the keeper, across the 40, still on his feet at the 36-yard line.
Down.
Close to a first down. 154. Mackey's nice run stops the clock as the officials take a look-see.
That's adding up to his yardage, which you promised me would be a lot.
And it is enough for a first down.
How about the TN Football Network Award? Player of the game.
Player of the game.
You two get a vote.
If we had one, well, thank you so much, Coach.
You guys get a vote. Go ahead.
All right. Well, and who, DeMarco, would you vote for?
Eli Parks, Morehead State. I think he's done. I think he's done it all for Morehead State.
He sure has done a lot.
Ah.
Well, I'll go the more obvious route and say David Mackey's name.
You don't get the vote anymore, by the way.
Mackey takes a knee. Morehead's out of timeouts. 124 and counting. We'll have another knee or two, and then this deal will be sealed.
They're taking out the senior. They give him a standing ovation.
Right.
Rob Giancola comes out of the game.
Everybody gives him
and what a season he's had, though he is not a senior. He's a junior with those 23 touchdowns.
Everybody's look at it. They're standing for the guys coming out of the game. Nice
Kevin
job.
Knutson getting a chance to get applause and come out of the game. We'll see if he brings David Mackey out after one more knee. 54 seconds.
Victory formation.
That's what it is. Mackey under center. Will take another knee with 46 seconds to play and counting.
What's wrong with Eli Parks as player of the game? He played great.
A lot of people played. I agree with you, but Mackey sort of stole the show. I think you were a little bit goofy on that one.
Matt Mandali, a junior, comes out of the game.
Look at this. Isn't this great? Here comes the Gatorade.
And look at Courtney George. Get out of the way, Courtney.
Courtney, get in there with it.
The coach knows it's coming, too.
David Mackey still under center.
He's facing the field.
15, 14, 13. Clock continues to tick away, and that'll do it. Valparaiso's Crusaders.
Comes the Gatorade. Oh, baby.
the Crusaders are champions of the Pioneer Football League.
What a great game we had today.
Excellent game.
I want to talk about number 47.
John Sajas.
If you're going to give him game ball out, I think he deserves about half of that bad
He gets half of it.
Well, the strong safety for Valpo certainly played a great game on his side of the ball, but so did James Riker, the defensive end, who had that huge fumble recovery that got the scoring started in the first half for the touchdown. But up and down the line, Valpo's defense did a great job, overshadowed by this high-powered offense, but to be able to stop that offense of Morehead State when the Eagles were playing for not just the Pioneer Football League Championship, but the 1AA Mid-Major National Championship. But they won't get it now. Let's go downstairs to Courtney George. Courtney.
All right, well, you guys, clearly there could be a lot of men of the hour right now, but I'm going to stick right now with Rob Ginocole. What a performance. 88 yards. Running back has got to be the touchdown of the season. And clearly that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, the guy tried jamming me and he slipped, so I just came out there.
Hey, be nice.
And I just ran past him, used my speed.
Obviously, you're a lovable guy. Your teammates like to play around with you a little bit, but you're also a seriously hard worker out there. You and David connecting together are making a really, really good effort this season. How does it feel to come away with the championship?
It's great because everybody predicted we'd lose, and we finished last place last year, and now we're first. There's no... Everybody on the internet saying we're going to lose, we're going to get killed, but it's not the case.
Now, what about your junior, but your quarterback is leaving? How does it feel to lose a guy like that I mean, pretty much you've been his go-to guy?
He's been a great quarterback, good friend, great leader. It's going to be tough. I don't even want to think about it, honestly.
So how do you guys celebrate a win like this?
I don't know. We'll see tonight.
Obviously, I think you know you're going to celebrate. Probably just want to say it on air, but that's all right. I'll let you go celebrate. Right now, send it back to you guys.
All right, Courtney, a nice investigative effort there. But how about that Rob Giancola touchdown that Courtney mentioned, the 88-yarder on the first play of the fourth quarter. Valpo with an answer virtually every time Morehead State was able to do something, and we can see David Mackey with Courtney George, so let's go back downstairs.
All right, well, I just can't get enough of this team, let me tell you. Now, David Mackey, your senior year, you end on this kind of a championship. What do you feel right now?
This is unbelievable, you know. Words can't describe it. This is a great feeling, you know, to have. This team definitely deserves it. Last year we went 1-10. Now you know, turn around, go 8-4, win the PFL championship. You know, we saw both sides of the spectrum. It's just unbelievable.
Now, coming into this, you were considered the underdog. Obviously, nobody told you that.
You know, that's how we've gone on the whole year. You know, everyone kind of doesn't look at us as, you know, a team that's going to come out and beat people. We're undersized up front, but, you know, our offensive line, you know, they go out, they fight hard. Our defense line fights hard. You know, we just find a way to win.
You have to be pretty happy with your performance today.
At first, you know, I was getting a little worried. I wasn't having the best of games, but then things kind of turned around, and we, you know, all I care about is we won, so.
Now, looking back on your career here, what's your most memorable event? Probably this.
Yeah, a reporter from our newspaper said that earlier, you know, and it is. I told him before the game it's going to be this game right here, and this is unbelievable.
And also, we can hear in the background, as I'm sure you guys can, these fans. Everyone came out to support you. This game's on TV. It's got to be one heck of a way to end your college season.
Yeah, this is a great way to end it. You know, I started against Morehead here, lost twice to him, and finally got revenge, win the championship.
Now, how are you going to celebrate?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to say that on camera, but we're going to have fun tonight.
Exactly what I thought about the other way. Obviously, these guys won't tell me what they're doing, but hopefully they're going to go out and have a great time tonight because they definitely, certainly deserve it. They won and worked their butt off. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Courtney, and thank you, David. Of course, David Mackey needs to be careful. I was going to celebrate his parents are here from San Jose, California. They made the long trip. They're probably going to want to be with him.
He's going to have milk and cookies tonight. That's what he's going to do.
Well, you know, he started 1 of 8 in the first quarter. He ended 21 of 26.
Wow.
He threw for 360 yards. He ran for another 88 yards. David Mackey clearly did it all for Valparaiso today.
And here's a guy that comes all the way from California. No scholarship. Comes here because he loves it. His parents come watch him every play. It's a true American story. That's what really football's all about.
And again, a look at the final numbers will show exactly what we saw here today. Incredible amount of offense, especially through the air. But I do think the biggest difference in this game were those 2 turnovers early by Morehead State, which also had some penalties that cost them as well.
Well, 5 penalties by Valpo were nothing compared to the 8 crucial ones by, like you said, Morehead. They had a chance to go in there, had a chance to go ahead in the game, and backed themselves up.
Yeah, both teams really matching each other offensive-wise, but 2 turnovers and penalties get you every time.
Well, we talked a lot about Rob Giancola, who's long. Look at Courtney.
These guys out. How does this feel?
Feels great. Right, that's a great ball game.
You have to be so proud of your players right now.
I'll say, it's great to see the players from had a plan in January and stuck with the plan all the way through. And when you stick with a plan and you have goals and you get after it, this is what happens.
Well, all I just say is that you guys were called the underdogs and you didn't believe it and you earned this trophy. Congratulations. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Courtney, and thank you, Crusaders. I was going to mention Giancola, who now has 23 touchdowns on the season. That leads the nation. Kevin Knutson had 5 catches for 107 yards as well. He had a big touchdown as the Crusaders of Valparaiso win the Pioneer Football League Championship. David Mackey leading his team to an impressive 54-42 win. Valparaiso winning the Pioneer Football League Conference Championship. Don't forget, for more, please log on to our website, footballnetwork.com. 1AA fans and football fans from across the country will love what they see there. But now, for Courtney George, DeMarco Farr, Jerry Glanville, and our Football Network crew, I'm Paul Crane. Thank you for joining us. Take care. Good night from Valparaiso.